is Carlos Abraham Duque. I teach production and DJing at Dubspot. Actually, everybody calls me Abe.
Hi, I'm Abe Duque, and I made this record.
When I was 14 years old, I walked into Sam Ash in Queens. I saw a guy demoing a sequencer circuit synthesizer. Every time he would turn a knob or push a button, the sound would change. It made me realize that this was limitless. It freaked me out. It just totally, I lost it. I couldn't understand it, and I had to pursue it. I had to check it out. I didn't care about any particular type of music. It was more about sound. Sound grabbed me first. Then music grabbed me. The Calderon, Gene LaFosse, they were called Program 2 at that time. I was kind of their keyboard player and programmer. They got into making techno, and then they played me techno. And then I was like, oh, I could do that. I just knew that I knew it and that I could do it well. I just knew it from the beginning. I was with a record label called Disco B, and they wanted to promote me and exploit me as a DJ from New York, techno guy or whatever. I was like, sure. And I went with it and I started to love it. I worked for Peter Geisha in New York, and I did a lot of things in all his clubs, mainly the Limelight, where I did this one party called Rancho Relaxo. I kind of recruited all the guys that were regulars, and I said, hey guys, why don't we make the Rancho Relaxo All-Stars? And then we recorded an album in my house, and then gave it to that German label that I was on, and then they decided to put us on tour. All this stuff is like feast or famine, right? You're either doing really well or you're not doing well at all. After maybe, I don't know, at least 10 to 12 years in the industry, I didn't have like a super big hit. But now I get this big hit and then it blows the doors open. And what's happening? And then now I can go like anywhere I want. It was great. It was awesome. There were several other big records after that, a slew of remixes where you know, I couldn't like turn them down fast enough. And then the Pet Shop Boys asked me to produce their album. You know, it was really, really big time. And I guess once you get to a certain level, it's hard to come down so easy anymore. And so I kept that going, but the truth is, you know, with my wife, we had been discussing all my life about having kids, you know, and part of the plan for that was tapering me being on the road so much, because daddy's on the road is not what any child wants to hear or should be hearing. At the same time, my mom got sick. I suddenly had to take on this role, like a super huge role at home, a role that I never really had to take care of. Just around that time, John Selway, who's a friend of mine since forever, called me up and said, hey man, you interested in working at Dubspot? And I was like, yeah. So, the rate determines the speed, the depth determines what? I always had this dream and this desire to teach. Now, never in my wildest dreams did I think that I'd be teaching exactly what I love. That looks incredible. Look at him. Look what he did. That's crazy. Can we put that up right now? So, that looks cool. What does it sound like? It's great to do what I do right now. I mean, I don't really feel like I have a job. There's never a boring moment because there's always new students coming around. And they always surprise you and shock you, and it's really fun to like see their really enthusiastic looks. So it's really an incredible sort of place to be a part of, because right now I have so much to give. I have so much information to impart on them, and I'm glad when it's well received. You know, I've been there, you know. I can tell about the story of the road to get there and getting back. Getting back is probably the more important one.